Welcome guys to the Ultimate Miscreated Survival Guide, and yes, this will be my final guide that I'll ever do on Miscreated. And get a cup of coffee or a bit of popcorn, or make sure you've got at least an hour to work through this guide, because as you guys know, anyone that knows this channel, the first video is always the longest. And then this will be a 7-part series. The other parts will be a lot shorter. But yes, I just wanted to give you an introduction of Miscreated overall before we start with the guide. And what I wanted to show you here, the reason I'm giving you this background footage, is that everyone dies in Miscreated. And this series will be done on my Ultimate Hardcore Survival server by Luthais. Which is an EU server, but Americans still gets good ping, like 100 or something. I play with 200 ping and I've never had a problem. It's still an enjoyable experience. So everyone around the world can join that server one day when they're ready, okay? Or if they think they're already a pro, they can come and take me on anytime. But the main thing about this guide is to show you guys everything that I've ever learned, and then make sure I cover every aspect of the game so that you can enjoy your experience fully. And I'm telling you now, in my entire life, you know, except for like Wing Commander and Civilization, I'm a very old school gamer. Immersion, you know, as most of you know, is very, very important to me. And Miscreated has got frustrating moments, okay? Any game where you challenge yourself has got frustrating moments. Even here where I'm prepared to, you know, run immediately, a horde is going to spawn, okay? If you're wondering what the heck's going on here, a horde spawned on me, because hordes spawn on my server much easier than on official servers, and I'm dragging a metal gate, okay? So the mutants got stuck in between, I couldn't get away, and the brute, you know, crushed me. So we all experience frustration in certain games, but it's the learning experience that is very, very important to me, because you know, other games like PUBG and Call of Duty doesn't really help, you know, our kids to form a good sense, you know, a good sense of gaming, and you know what it's all about, to enjoy themselves. You know, most of them get frustrated because they're playing against people a lot more skilled than them. So a survival game is really, really important to me, since it teaches you patience. It teaches you delayed gratification, that you have to work for something to really get good at it. And it's a very big example of life, where, you know, nothing in life comes easy, and experience in any field is extremely important. And especially for youngsters, you know, that playing with your kids when they are young and teaching them, you know, how to socialize with others, and then again teaching youngsters how to you know, take on challenges and work out, you know, do problem solving. Survival games helps you a lot in real life. And of course, when you're young, yes, you'll get a lot more frustrated, you'll get a lot more angry, but luckily as we grow older, you know, we become a lot more patient. But the main thing about this guide is, it is my last guide that I'll ever do on this game, because I'm going to move on to Scum as soon as the 0.5 update comes out. I am going to start with the Valheim immersive gameplay series, where we're going to look just how fun this game is with 4 million players at the moment. And then I'm going to do a cool series on Metro Exodus and Cyberpunk, you know, and any other games that I feel is really worth it. So yes, the first episode is going to take quite a long time, but I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know, okay? This guide will be a reference forever. I don't really care what changes they bring. If they ever bring any changes that makes a big difference, I'll cover just those small changes. But I'm not going to call this, you know, 2021 or whatever. This is it, okay? This is my final guide regarding this game. And up to today, it's always been my favorite. Okay, you know, there are big games, but when it comes to the amount of time I've put into the game, the amount of enjoyment I've got, the amount of adrenaline rushes, you know, with my hand shaking, looking like I've got Parkinson's, or me laughing my ass off and falling off my chair, spending time with friends, meeting really cool people. This is the game for me, okay? And the server's purpose was that official servers got very boring to me and didn't really pose a challenge to me anymore. And it was very focused on PvP. And I decided I'm going to create my own server so that it can give me the complete package that I've always wanted. The game isn't perfect. It's got a lot of bugs. But we learn what those bugs are and then we adapt to them. Okay? And there's a lot of factors that new players don't understand. Like, for instance, me coming into the paint shop, you know, to apply my cool skin to my quad. And just the fact that I'm going out of sight, that I'm hiding before the mutant gets to the last spot that he saw me. Okay? A lot of the times, I mean, on this server, mutants can catch you and they can kill you because they do 3 times as much damage. But I have run around houses or went into a house, closed the door behind me, and then even if they want to break through that first door, and on this server, because of the 3 times damage, they break through the doors quite quickly, I can just go into another room and close that door. As soon as he breaks through the first door, he's lost track of me, okay? And I can just wait for him to calm down, you know, or get out of the house and I can run further. So stealth is very important. Vision is very important, you know, their vision cones, their hearing, because if you run past them, they're going to detect you very easily. If you walk past them, they won't really be able to detect you very easily. And if you crouch run, you know, a lot of the times you can use lower places. So in any case, guys, I hope you enjoy this. I hope in this series I can teach you everything there is to know about Miscreated. And I'm going to be uploading videos daily. 1 always, but maybe 2. Okay, I'm going to aim for 2, but most of the time just 1. And I'm going to cover all the games and we're going to see how we can experience all games with the most immersive experience possible. And not, you know, play a game on very easy or use cheats or anything that, you know, YouTube basically promotes most of the time with a big channel. So sit back, relax, get a notepad, you know, write things down. I could have added timestamps, but like you guys know, I love talking a lot. So do yourself a favor, get a notepad and write anything down that you didn't know, because in this 7-day series I'm going to be talking about a heck of a lot of stuff. Okay guys, so here we go. I hope that was a good introduction for you guys to, you know, understand what a survival game and Miscreated specifically is all about and how to enjoy yourself. Okay, as you guys can see, I have just spawned. I've got the standard gear on me. You can use your map a lot, okay, to know where you are. At the moment, I know I'm at the lumberyard close to Brightmoor, which is quite a dangerous spot. The server overall is very dangerous. So the first thing I want to do is just get away from the lumberyard, because that's got quite a few AIs there, and on the server AIs can catch you. They do 3 times damage. So the PvE threat is much higher than on official servers, but when you're done with this guide, you will be very comfortable on official servers. And one day, when you're tired of official servers, hopefully, you know, you'll come and join me on this server. And yeah, using the right mouse button to zoom in is very important. Not running when AI is near you is also extremely important, okay? You can either walk or you can crouch run, okay? You crouch and then you hold your shift key in to move a bit faster. In the beginning, apples are definitely going to be your friend, okay? Because apples are going to give you the majority of the food that you need, okay? So that mutant's just stuck on the wall there. And then I'm just going to see where the spawn point is. Okay, just got 1 apple from that. but it's fine. Okay, so our main priority now is bushes that we know we can get sticks and thatch from. Okay, now other priority is rags. Okay, now rags you can create in the crafting menu. So in the beginning you're always going to focus on equipment, okay, because I've only got 2 slots in my shirt and 4 slots in my jeans, which is going to be a big problem. So the first thing I want to do is create a horseshoe pack with extra 5 slots and a fanny pack with 3 extra slots, okay, so that I don't struggle with inventory space, because it's going to take me a little bit of effort to get a base. And on the server I've already got a base, so what I'm going to try and do in this run is look for a tent, okay, and then show you guys how you can use a tent without needing a plot sign or anything, okay, because a tent can still gives you the same amount of inventory space as a crate, so it will definitely help you a lot. And while you're in the south, walking through the forest is not a bad idea, but you have to be careful because it's very easy to encounter wolves in some areas. But again, experience will help you to know where the wolf spawns are, so that you can stay away from those areas, okay. So luckily we found these specific bushes that have the thatch and sticks in them. So I'm just going to run through here and spam the F key to get a bit of thatch and sticks. So there's no mutants close to me, so I can just run comfortably, look everywhere on the bush. You just look everywhere on the bush and spam the F key. Then we're going to spam the F key a bit here, and we're getting a heck of a lot of sticks. Okay, so we're looking for about 8 thatch. Okay, so this is the one way. So we're getting thatch and we're getting sticks. Okay, on official servers, you have a 70% chance of getting thatch and 30% of getting sticks. But the server is completely based on realism, so I changed it to 40% sticks and 60% thatch. Okay, so again, there we've got 10. Okay, it didn't take us long at all. So now what we're going to do is still in equipment. We're going to go to components and we're going to craft 4 rags, because we know that we need 4 rags to craft a rope. Okay, okay. Oh, I just got confused. I'm like, where are my rags? Okay, before you've got a fanny pack, your rags will always go in here. I thought to myself, goodness gracious, what is happening? So we're just making as many rags as we can. Now we've got 5 rags. We make the rope. So now we've got a rope and we've got 1 rag. Okay, so now we just go to bags and we create the horseshoe pack. And when you're in a house, it's easy as well, because every bed will give you rags. So you just run through houses, and there's lots of, quiet places on the map where you can get into a house safely. And then we just repeat that step with the fanny pack, okay? And then we'll get a fanny pack with 3 extra slots. But the fanny pack will go into our waist. So if we have extra rags, we have to put in our fanny pack. But in any case, that's already a lot better. And while we're here, we can go into the next step immediately. Okay, so let's just quickly find a road. Okay, so here we have a road. Okay, now roads or rock walls plus the rope that we know how to craft now, okay, gives us crafting materials, which is going to make our life a heck of a lot easier. Because here's a rock right here. I can get rocks from this rock with a pickaxe, okay? But before that, before I have any tools, I can't. So we will see now that we need 1 stick, 1 rock, and 1 rope to create the 3 basic tools that we need. Okay, the torch is really great for caves because it only takes 1 rag and 1 stick to go explore caves. And then the fire drill is also really great to start fires, because with 10 rocks, if we go to base building and utilities, with 10 rocks you can make a fireplace. Okay, so you make the fireplace. Because we're going to craft a hatchet, we can add the wood to it that we're going to get from trees, and then we can just hunt a deer down and cook the meat, okay? Which solves our hunger issue immediately. But we are going to get into the thirst issue, which most of you are concerned about, okay? But for now, we're going to go to the tools, and the first thing I want is the hatchet and the pickaxe, okay? The third item will be the hammer. And then, you know, I'll focus on the fire drill and torch. So first of all, we need a stick. We've got sticks are sorted. Now we need rocks. And next to roads, you get this gravel. And this gravel normally gives you the rocks that you need. Okay, so you just run on the road, and every time you see this texture, you'll be able to get rocks. Okay, this specific texture. And when you look down, you'll see, you know, that there's search for rocks. But yeah, you're going to get a rock at some point. So when we go now, we've got 3 rocks, okay? And I wanted the pickaxe and the hatchet and the hammer. So 3 rocks are more than enough. So I'm going to put that there in my inventory. And then I need more rope, okay? We already know how to get rope. And since we are in the forest, if I was close to a town, then I would have needed to use some stealth, okay? To get into a house. Because if a mutant detects me, I'm going to be in some serious trouble. And the Ultimate Miscreated Survival Guide is what this 7-day series is going to be all about. Okay, so I'll always compare official servers for you. Don't think because the server is modded that we're not going to cover what you're going to need to do on an official server. Okay, I'll tell you about all the changes. The only thing about this server is that the PvE element, every PvE element can kill you. But the great thing about the server is that all the drops have been revamped, and there's even more unique drops added, so that if you will get rewarded for surviving on the server. Okay, that's the main thing. There's a lot of fun stuff. You can use rockets with a grenade launcher. You've got unique drops. Am coins are quite easy to get to. Okay. But let me get enough rags, okay? You guys know I've got the amount of rocks that I need. You guys know I've got the sticks, and you guys understand that I'm going to have to just repeat what I'm basically doing here. So all I'm going to be doing is crafting the rags, and then I'm going to craft the rope. Okay? And now, I can already show you the first one. So I'm going to go to Tools, and then we're going to start with the hatchet. And there we go. We've got a basic defensive tool. Okay? Basic defensive tool is very, very important. Once you have a weapon, knowing how much damage it does is extremely important as well. Because a mutant does 3 times damage on the server. And you have to know how many shots it's going to take to kill a mutant. So with this weapon, you're going to need 2 clear headshots, because headshots do 3 times damage. So you're going to need 2 specific headshots. And the way a mutant ducks down when he attacks you, or sometimes slides past you, you know, you can't rely on fighting perfectly. So this is only 20 damage. We're going to use this, you know, in worst case scenarios. But I'm just going to get the pickaxe quickly, and then I'll be back with you. Okay, so we can craft a bow. Okay, so if we go to weapons and we go to ranged, we can craft a bow with 4 sticks, 1 rope, and 2 rags. Okay, and then we can craft the arrows. Okay, 5 sticks and 1 rag. Not difficult at all. But if you don't want to craft a bow, okay, and a bow is a lot of fun. It just takes a bit of skill to learn. If you don't want to craft a bow, all you have to do is sneak up on a deer. Okay, it's probably gonna run away, but at least you can get in the first shot. So you're gonna hit it once, and then you're just gonna follow it. Just follow it. It's gonna run out of steam, and then you just hit it again. There we go. Okay, and then we've got the 4 meat. And as soon as we cook this meat, every piece of deer meat will give you 40 food. Okay, wolf meat will give you 33, and then bear meat, something else. Okay, but deer meat is the go-to. And then when you're running through the forest, never ignore any hunting. It's like a watchtower, okay, that hunters use to look for, they use it for cover to hunt animals. So there's a vehicle now, but we're going to use a quad because on this server, we're going to look for a quad because on this server, quads and airport transport vehicles despawn. And I don't know, I'm going to use my torch. I don't know if this house has got a dog or something in it, so just be careful. One of these houses have got a dog in it, so we can just search the couch quickly. And then, yeah, we found a shotgun. And we can use this hacksaw. Let me see if I remember this. There we go. So we can use the hacksaw to turn it into a sawed-off shotgun. Okay, so at least it's not going to take up any of our primary slots. But the hacksaw is going to take up a slot, and it's not too difficult to find it. So I'm just going to ignore that for now. See if I'm lucky enough to find any food. See if I'm lucky enough to find a hiding spot, because all the items in the game can be a hiding spot. And on this server, it can really help you a lot. And here we go, okay? Okay, just have to get away from the cockroach for now. So yeah, now we can either use this if we want to, like if I think, you know, that shirt is cooler than this, you know, I can put it on if I want to, but the main purpose is I want to tear these things into rags, because that makes my life a lot easier, okay, regarding the rags. And I want to turn my thatch into rags as well as fast as possible, because rags alone doesn't really help me, okay. And there is the hunting cabin. So bushes and SUVs are great for clothing and better backpacks. Okay, the horseshoe pack is a great starting kit with a fanny pack. Okay, definitely great. But when you start out in the forest, these hunting cabins, never ignore a hunting cabin. Okay, because it can give you items. So there's rounds. You're going to pick up the rounds, and there's a smoke grenade, green smoke grenade. You know, maybe we can use it for fun, who knows. But these hunting cabins have always got a chance to give you a gun, like a hunting rifle or something. Okay, so it's very important to never ignore that. Okay, and as soon as you hear that on this server, you have to get into cover really, you have to start looking for cover very fast, okay? Because certain storms can happen, and I am gonna, in the 7-day series, okay, the series will be done on Sunday. In the 7-day series, I will teach you how to deal effectively with every single storm. But since we're in the forest, okay, there isn't any close cover. We can use that house, and we can use, you know, that hunting cabin. But luckily, I know that I'm close to, Pinecrest Derby, okay. But if you don't know the map, just get into a house, okay? If you're limited with time and you just want to learn so long, you know, quit the server, come back in 5 minutes. As soon as the alarm goes off, you know, in 5 minutes, everything will be done. So you can quit right now, okay? But we're not going to quit. We're going to do it the hard way, okay? So you can see it's a radiation storm because my radiation is already going up, okay? So getting into underground cover is extremely important, but we're not going to be lucky enough to get into underground cover. There's underground cover in each town, but getting into the town is just going to take way too much time, okay? And we want to focus on rags because we want to put down a bed as soon as possible. I'm not going to use a bed in this series because I've already got a base, but you would want to place down a plot sign that takes 2 lumber, and then you're going to want to get 20 rags so you can make a bed, so that you can respawn if anything, you know, if anything drastic happens. So I'm just going to get this gun and this ammo quickly, and then I'm going to get into the house. Okay, so the house is already giving me protection from the storm, okay? And these kinds of houses, it's not a house, you know, it's, I don't know what you call this house. You can leave it in the comments if you know the precise name, but these kinds of buildings, there's a lot of these buildings in the game, and you can get quite nice basic gear. So here we go, we can already replace it, and I'm just going to put the light on so that you guys can see what's going on. So I'm just going to press G while I'm looking at it, and then I'm just going to click on all the items to transfer it. It's as easy as that. We are picking up radiation, but the storm is only going to last 2.5 minutes. And like I say, if we were close to a cave or any underground shelter, then we wouldn't have received any damage. But I'm going to take this damage because that is what you are going to experience on the server. On the official servers, it will definitely be less than on this server, okay? Quite a lot less. Oh, and cargo pants are really good, okay? Because you can see my pair of pants just has 4 slots. But as soon as I replace it with cargo pants, it's got 5 slots, okay? And then I break down my old pants and I repair my cargo pants. Military gear always gives you more slots, okay? And gives you more resistances. Like for instance, these pair of pants give me 20% cold resistance, okay? So the cold won't really be a problem. So I can't do anything about the radiation. I just have to sit inside the house, you know, and check for loot now. Got really cool shoes there. But the main thing is, unless you get 98% protection, unless you get 98 radiation, you can play the game, okay? Your vision will be a bit blurred, but the one thing that you must remember, on official servers, the chances of a rad storm happening are a lot less than, I won't say a heck of a lot less, but I think there's only a 1% chance of it happening on an official server. And on my server, there's a 3% chance of a radiation storm happening. Okay, so it's still rare that it happens, but it's going to happen a bit more often on this server, and you're going to pick up quite a bit less radiation on official servers. But even with my extreme PvP settings for the server, or PvE settings, you know, that the storms can kill you, I'm still going to teach you how to deal with it, okay? So let's just look at the next thing that we need to focus on. Trucks, water pumps, and clean water sources with a jerry can or canteen, okay, can solve your thirst. What I mean by that is, in the roads, a lot of the roads in the south have trucks with trailers, okay? And if you're going to those trailers, there will be big white water containers. And you can just, every time you run past a truck, you can just drink from the truck. And if you get a jerry can or a canteen, water canteen, you can just empty it out on the ground. And then every time you come to a water source, you can just fill it up slowly but surely. You will get red water pumps across the world as well, which you can drink from directly to solve your thirst quickly. And you can fill up your water. And then there are clean water sources on the island, okay, like a dam that's water is completely clean. And then when you get a water source like that, I'm going to show you the best water source according to me. You can just go there with a jerry can once, fill the jerry can with that clean water source, and then you'll have about 1,000% water, okay? And 1,000% water means you'll be able to drink, fill up your water bar, okay? You'll be able, this is 38%, you'll have 1,000% to never worry about water. That doesn't mean you're going to die, but at least your water is solved, okay? So I'm just going to wait for the after effects of the storm to get a bit better, and then I'm going to go look for something to help me, okay? Mushrooms, anti-rad. So I'm gonna try and loot gas stations, because gas stations have got shelves which I can maybe get something, and I'm gonna loot shops, and I'm gonna loot radiation zones, not radiation zones, swamps, where you can get mushrooms, okay? And if I really don't get anything, I just want to die close to a town. The best way basically is to just go to a gas station, attract a mutant's attention, run into a bush, make sure the mutant kills you in the bush, and make sure you know where you're gonna die, and then you'll respawn and you can get back to your body. But guys, that will just be in the beginning, okay? It will purely be in the beginning. You know, as soon as we get geared and start a base. Not that I'm gonna have a base, but I'm gonna work from a tent, okay? And we're gonna solve all these problems. Don't worry about that. So okay, I need to show you everything. So let's get to a truck quickly. Okay, so our vision is a bit blurred, but it doesn't matter. It's a survival game. Okay, we can conquer this. That is everything that Miscreated is about. It is learning, getting experience, and as you can see on my server, you've got a weight limit of 50 kilograms instead of 40 kilograms. Just a bit of quality of life, but nothing over the top. And then we've got a pistol here with 1 bullet. A pistol with 1 bullet is better than no pistol with no bullet. And please remember, either you drag your ammo into your gun, or you equip your weapon and then press R. Okay? And then we'll see we're loaded. But make sure your weapon is loaded, boys. You never want to shoot blanks. It's not a good idea, especially not on this server. Okay? So, just gonna take out the hunting rifle. Hunting rifle is much better. Hunting rifle does 63 damage, so any headshot will kill a mutant, and I only have to hit a mutant twice, okay, to kill it. So, tents, good place to get some vehicle parts. Okay, vehicles that are lying around or sitting around, great places to get vehicle parts as well. Okay, and let me just get my torch here. Yeah, the shotgun hasn't got any ammo at the moment, so let's use the torch, or make sure it's a flashlight. Let's use the flashlight. Okay, and here we've got a water jug. So a canteen weighs 5 kilograms, a water jug weighs 3.5, okay? And it's got water in it. Bam! Problem solved, okay? And you can see our radiation is going down slowly but surely. So don't worry, the longer you play, the less the radiation is going to get. It's going to lower to about 30%, close to 30%, and then the other 30% you have to do yourself. So on these crates in these garages, I just like taking my time, making sure I don't miss anything, because if you don't just search the stuff, you could maybe miss something. I like using the mouse wheel if an arrow pops up, but you know, sometimes, especially with crates like that, those specific crates, I like to press on them and make sure I don't miss anything. Because again, sometimes one name can, you know, interfere with another spawn point, and then you could maybe miss that spawn point. Like I say, a jerry can fill up to 1,000%. It's got 19,000 liters, okay, or 19 liters, and a water jug can take 9 liters, okay. So 500% water. Now we could have emptied this jerry can, but as soon as you see torpidity, you know the jerry can has got fuel in it. If you replace that fuel with water, like you right click and you empty it onto the ground, and you put water in it, like you will see, no torpidity effect. Important tip, don't drink water from a jerry can. Don't get confused which jerry can of mine had fuel in it and which jerry can of mine has water in it. The one jerry can will have a torpidity effect and fire chance. The other jerry can will won't have a torpidity effect or a fire chance, okay? Because they're just water in it. Water can't be set on fire. But in any case, as we were saying, SUVs are great for backpacks and clothing. A lot of SUVs have got suitcases on the top of it, and then you can just search the suitcases, and some of the SUVs even has a little box there, which will help you to find random ammo and stuff. So here again, we see this thing has got 7 bullets. 7 bullets is great because we can defend ourselves. We check the damage immediately to pre-calculate, you know, how much damage it's going to do. So we know 32 damage times 3 is not 100. So if we want to kill a mutant with a Wastelander, we need to hit it in the head once and then in the body once. Or we needed to hit it in the body 4 times. So before killing a mutant, make sure you steady your aim. And what I mean by steady aim is, let's say there's a mutant there, okay? Don't wait for it to detect you. Crouch down, aim, hold shift to zoom in and get that first shot in. Make sure that first shot is a headshot, okay? It's the same with players. And then you can just normally take the body shot. But yeah, this is the SUVs that I was talking about. The SUVs have got suitcases that can sometimes give you clothing, okay? It can give you backpacks, and then sometimes you can find ammo in there. But SUVs are great for backpacks as well. Again, I'm just going to spam those rags because I want to build a bed at some point. And then the back of trucks gives you lumber, which you use for base building. Again, it can give you base parts. And now we're going to start sitting with a weight problem. And now we need to be very, very picky. The first thing I can be picky about is putting my binoculars. The map doesn't really weigh anything, and we might use the map in the guide. But I know the rock is very heavy, so I'm going to throw off the rock and a battery. So now I know I've got 3 wheels, I've got a battery, and I've got a drive belt. But I know I need a spark plug as well. The vehicle that I'm going to go for might have a spark plug. And again, we're sitting with a little bit of a weight problem, so I'm going to have to be very picky. I'm going to throw away the revolver. As you guys can see, even with 50 weight, the weight is still going to, the weight is still going to be an issue. And then I just want to see this. Jerry can has 700% of fuel. That is very good. Just want to make sure 900% of fuel. Okay, so it's better taking that jerry can since we can only carry 1 jerry can on us. And trucks like these will have those white water containers in them. Okay, so that you can fill up your water slowly but surely. And as you can see, our radiation is still going down. Okay, which isn't bad. We've still got the meat on us. So we can definitely still use that. I think we've got the sticks. Yeah, the sticks will help us to make a fire as well. So yeah, we just need matches, and then we've got the sticks, the matches to light it, and the meat to cook it. Okay, and we don't need to make a fireplace. We'll solve that problem as well, because there is places that have their own, stove, oven, or kind of fireplace that you can use. So, okay, Luthais, let's just focus here. You picked up clothing. What clothing did you just pick up, and why can't you see it? Why can't you see it, buddy? Oh, there's no space. Oh, our weight is way too high. Again, full of shit. Let's get rid of the shotgun. Getting to 20 rags is very important for the bed. Very, very important for the bed, guys. To put your bed and your plot sign at a hidden place, so that you can spawn there again, okay? Okay, and a bus. Bus is really great as well because it's got quite a few suitcases in it. And it can spawn, and it can spawn backpacks, okay? So buses are basically the same as SUVs, just a much better version. And once you get a hammer to get scrap metal, hitting a bus is much better than hitting a car, because a bus gives you quite a bit of scrap metal. But as you can see here again, we're getting clothing for rags, and everything you can sell on my server, but on official servers, don't really worry about aspirin and stuff. Aspirin can help with torpidity, but official servers don't have any need to use aspirin. My server does have the need to use aspirin, because if a mutant throws you with a rock on my server, with 3 shots you're going to be passed out. So when you get thrown with rocks on my server, having aspirin is great, because you can counter that torpidity effect so you don't pass out. Because as soon as you pass out, they're going to keep on throwing you, or get close to you and just kill you while you passed out. A lot of PvE factors to think about. So we went through that. Deer meat, apples, berries, or seaweed solves hunger. Okay, we've already got the deer meat. Close to the ocean, the outer layer of the map, you'll get seaweed. You'll get the apple trees and you'll get berry bushes. Apple trees won't give you a lot of apples. You'll get to a lot of apple trees that don't have any apples. But those are the main focus points. Apples, berries, seaweed. Okay? But there will always be a deer somewhere. And a deer is basically the best way to solve that. So, we are in Pinecrest. We are near Pinecrest. Okay? There's the sign. Pinecrest. What I'm going to be doing now is showing you guys the clean water source quickly. Okay? Here's Pinecrest. If you go across the bridge, there's a little town opposite side of Pinecrest. What I'm going to do is dash right through this line and show you quickly where the dam is, where you can get clean water. So I'll be back now. Okay guys, Pinecrest is still there. There's Pinecrest. The town above Pinecrest is there. I'm running through the forest. The only reason I'm running through the forest and not sticking to the road is because I've got a hunting rifle. Okay, or a rifle. And I know I can kill a wolf with it. Okay, if I couldn't kill a wolf with it, I'm not going to go through the forest, because on my server, if you encounter wolves and you can't get away fast enough, you're going to die. Okay, so I need a rifle to either scare them or kill them. One of those two. Okay, it's not an option. As you can see, the radiation is still going down slowly but surely. So the longer you play, the more that radiation will just lower. You can get sick and puke, you know, or really get sick. Various things can happen, but we're not really worried about that. A crossbow is nice, but we're not really going to worry about crossbow. But this is a perfect example of a hunting, you know, of how that can help you. So you've got the radiation zone. Not a radiation zone. Yeah, this is a radiation zone. You can identify it with the dead trees. But you do get swamps as well, that have dead trees on them, that you can get mushrooms. So we're just going to run through this little radiation zone. And if you want to see where the little radiation zone is, then basically there is Pinecrest. Okay, there's the town above Pinecrest, and there is the radiation symbol. So we are running around the radiation symbol, and then we're going to go to that dam there. That dam has got the clean water that we need. Okay, so pull out my gun. I'll be back now. Okay, here we go, guys. Didn't take long at all. On that side, there's a clean open field with like what do you call it, a drive-through, you know, like a drive-through theater. And then next to the drive-through theater, there's a big open field. If you go right of the drive-through theater, come up the road, you'll see a little single house on the road, and then you can just follow the road down, and you'll get to the dam that I just showed you on the map. And this dam is a really, really, really cool place. Okay. My base is in this location, but this is a really, really, really cool place. Because as soon as you get to the water, clean water. Okay, like I told you, there are clean water sources on the map. Okay, so now we can drink clean water from here. Fill up our water, and we never want to drink more than 100%, otherwise we're going to puke it out. And we can fill up our water jug, or our canteen, or our jerry can, whatever we got. Mouse scroll down. Withdraw fluid using water jug, and with a clean water source, it fills it up immediately. You know, 9 liters out of 9 liters. I could have done the same with a jerry can, then I would have had 19 liters out of 19 liters. So now I've literally got 5 lives regarding the water. Okay, and now that we're here, I just want to get 2 thatch quickly. Just come on, 2 thatch. There we go. Okay, this is an event. If this airplane doesn't land close to me, I'm going to completely ignore it because I don't have a quad. In the next episode, I will show you the cool quads on the server. They're the same quads. The only thing, they've got a little bit of a boost to help you with uphills and stuff like that. Again, just a bit of quality of life. So, because I got the 2 thatch and I've got the sticks, I'm going to go to equipment. I'm going to go to tools. And I see 2 sticks, 1 thatch for a fire drill. I'm going to craft 1 fire drill. And I'm going to craft another fire drill. Okay, so I've got sticks, I've got a fire drill, and I killed 2 more deers to have 2 stacks of meat. I don't really want to think about food while I'm running around. So, you get a drill like this across the map. You can just scroll down, add the sticks. add the deer meat, and with the fire drill, light the fire. So we've got 5 pieces of meat on there now. Then, inside these cabins, you get stoves. Okay, again, I'm going to add the sticks. I'm going to add the meat, and I'm going to light the fire. Okay, and this saves me a lot of time. If you're in a base, if you've got a base, you can pack up these grills and have like 3 grills in your base, okay, to cook like 15 meat at once. And now that we're inside here, while the meat's cooking, we can search. Orange scarf. Scarf is great for cold resistance. Okay, on my server, cold resistance is very, very important. Gloves are very important for cold resistance. Antibiotics are important if we get sick. Okay, if we get sick, or we get poisoned, the antibiotics are gonna solve that problem for us. This is gonna give us rags, which is great. And now, when we see an arrow, we can get a rag. And beds, especially double beds, are an extremely great source of rags. I don't want to search unnecessarily because a cockroach can jump out here if I disturb the bed too much. So I just want to search where the arrow comes up. Okay, so I'm happy there. A cushion can give us rags as well, so we know rags are very, very, very easy. And everything that we see, a light, a photo, a cabinet, whatever, can give us a hiding spot, which is really, really cool. There we get a vector. It's our first day. The 7-day series. I'm only going to play 1 hour per day to see how far we can progress over 7 hours, over 7 days. And then this is a nice painting, okay, which is nice for the base. And we can repair whatever we've got. So we can break that down, and we can repair the Survivaltron. Survivaltron is a very cool thing, because as soon as you're aware of the map and you don't know what direction you're going, okay, you can use the Survivaltron, okay. Okay, I'm vomiting. It's because of the radiation. But first of all, I can see what time it is on the server, which is quite helpful. I can see the temperature, and I can see the radiation is 2.1. So as soon as I get to a food source that's radiated, this thing will start going off. Okay, and then I think, yeah, my instant replay is on the button, but yes, there is a button to change it. I'll cover that in the next episode, guys. I just don't want to activate the instant replay at the moment, and that reminds me I need to change that button because I don't really use the Survivaltron. But the Survivaltron has got another function. You press a button and then it works like a compass, and a compass together with a map is great because you might know you're in Pinecrest, but you don't know exactly how to get to the next point on the map. So you can use the Survivaltron to check which direction you must run. Okay, like let's say you've got the map out and I just want to check my meat so that it doesn't burn. Okay, put away the map. Get the food. Get the food. Okay, and I can extinguish this. Yeah, guys, be aware of the food. If it burns, it's a major waste, okay? But let's get back to the map. So, let's say you're in Pinecrest, okay? But you don't know the map, you don't know where you are. So you tell yourself, from Pinecrest, I want to go to the dam that Luthais showed me, okay? Then you just grab your Survivaltron, and the Survivaltron will tell you what's north. And then you can, keep the Survivaltron open and go a little bit northeast to get there. Or you tell yourself you want to go there, okay? Then you use the Survivaltron to go, more west, but west-east to get there. So you can use the Survivaltron to navigate the map if your map awareness isn't too great, okay? And now we have got 10 stacks of meat that gives us 40% food, okay? 1, 2. There we're already at 100% food. Okay, so I've basically got 8 divided by 2 is 4. I've basically got 4 more lives, because every time my food gets to 20%, I just eat two deer meat, and it only weighs 1 kilogram each. so it's not bothering me. So my water is sorted with a water jug, okay, and my food sorted. That's it, guys. No water purification tablets, and I'll show you how to get cans from vending machines and stuff like that, okay. But this is how you can survive on this. This is how you can survive under extreme conditions on my server, and this is how you can easily survive on an official server, okay? Now, the reason I'm not showing how to get soda cans and other methods of getting this stuff is because if you play on a populated server, people will loot those areas, okay? Like the trucks with the water canteens in the back, or the water barrels. You might get frustrated because you get to the water barrels and they never have water in them. But if you're on a 50 pop server or a populated server, people are running around all the time, you know, trying to get water just like you. So you might think, oh, the game's shit. No, the game isn't shit. There's just a lot of people on the server and they taking everything that you want to take, okay? And as long as someone's in that area, it won't really respawn. Now, the method that we used is hunting deers. People can't kill all the deers. You'll find deers at some point. And then the other method we used is getting a jerry can. You'll always get a jerry can. People can't grab all the freaking jerry cans. And then the other method we used is coming to this clean water source. Okay, someone can close up this water source maybe. I don't know if they can close up everything. But even if they close up this area, there's more clean water sources on the map. Okay, but if you guys know of a base that has closed up this water source, please let me know. But we have gotten to where we are even on a full server, okay? Doesn't really matter. So now that that is solved, we want to build up a quad, okay? We've got 3 wheels. We need 1 more wheel and we just need a spark plug. Now, I'm not going to show you, you know, I'm not going to run around the map tomorrow, okay? We'll get a spark plug and then I'll get another wheel. And I've got a jerry can, I've got the oil. So I have everything except the spark plug and the wheel to build up a quad. So in the next episode, we're going to start off when we're on the quad. Okay, I'm going to skip this part. Going to get 1 more wheel, going to get 1 more spark plug. And then in the next episode, we're going to be able to traverse the map a lot faster. Okay, and then we're going to go cover day number 2 of the Ultimate Miscreated Survival Guide. Guys, if this helped you, do me a favor, click that like button, help me with the YouTube algorithm and leave a comment, anything that comes to mind, and then share this with your friends, please, so that, you know, they can see how to play a survival game or how to interact with any game plainly. And on this server, we will never cover cheats, we will never cover easy modes. We will never break the experience of a game. We will make the most out of every experience that we cover. So have a great day. I'll be back with you tomorrow. Click that sub button and the bell button so that you're notified of tomorrow's video. My Discord link is down below if you want to join the Immersive Gaming Discord with a bunch of great people that are very helpful. And then there's the Patreon page as well where you can join the Dream Team, because this year I'm going to open up a Deadside server and a Scum server as well, okay? And then you'll have exclusive access to those servers. Like I said, thank you very much for your time. See you tomorrow. And see you tomorrow, survivors. Yes, that's my base if you were wondering, but I'm not going to use the base, guys. Don't worry. See you guys tomorrow. I'm just going to get into this bush. And we're going to continue from this bush tomorrow. So my stats should be exactly the same. See you guys later. Cheers.